I'm here, folks. I'm here. I'm just sending out a quick tweet. I was getting my quick tweet on this Monday morning. Now, I'm your host, BKP. A quick programming note after my quick tweet of this Monday morning. I have to come out straight with a programming note. Brian Kemp will be on our show and our guest scheduled 8:30 tomorrow morning. So if you've tuned in this morning to watch or to hear an interview with Brian Kemp, that will be tomorrow at 8:30. Now we are going to discuss the governor's race. You do not want to leave this morning, and we will build up the discussion of the governor's race in anticipation for Brian Kemp's call in tomorrow morning. We will do that. But again, a programming note. Now, what happened is our producer, Amanda, actually sent it to me that he was scheduled for Tuesday, and your host was not wearing his glasses, and I just thought he was scheduled today, and that's my fault. So Tuesday is on the message. We want to be clear, after all this Peter Strzok texting and Lisa Page texting and Russian hacking and emails and all that stuff, we just want to be clear. It was on the text. So it's supposed to be Tuesday. And another quick note, we're not dragging our feet here, is yes, I do have an eye appointment, a much needed eye appointment at Bradley Eye Associates. I think that's the name. Bradley Eye Associates over here on Maddox Drive. I will be going over to see the good doctor at Bradley Eye Associates this afternoon, and we'll see if we can't get a correction in my vision to where I don't overlook these little things. Another quick apology on my... I'm getting to it. I know Helsinki. I know the world's flipping over. It's rolling over. It's like, I will say this, now just let's have fun. If the world was flat, oh wow, right? If the world was flat, it would just keep flipping over with the thought of Putin and Trump behind closed doors as we speak in Helsinki. Yes. I mean, they drove the motorcades in. They pulled the curtains back so you could not see them get out of the car. And they went in and they sat down together and they took photography of them. I mean, there's flashes everywhere, and I know your nerves are shot. You probably can't even get ready for work. If you're on vacation, you just can't bring yourself to sit there and listen to the beautiful morning sounds of morning starting up at the lake somewhere in a chair where you're at. If you're on vacation, you probably just are not going to be able to go about your day knowing that President Donald Trump is in Helsinki with Vladimir Putin, of all damn people. I understand, but a quick programming note, another little I must do. I apologize for some of my social media posts. I'm telling you, I've got an eye appointment, okay? I've got an eye appointment. All right, I leave words out, or I don't, I leave words out in my post. I forget, I try to look over it. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm working on it, I promise. So those are the two things, Amanda, I'm trying to change about my life today. Okay, so before we get started, let me just say this, okay? Let's go. We'll go to the governor's race in a moment. But, let's keep it about me for 30 more seconds. You have my picture of Ollie North? Okay, can I see that? I've got a couple pair of glasses here trying to help me out. Okay, now that's, I had an opportunity Saturday to meet Lieutenant Colonel Ollie North from the Oliver North, as he endorsed Lieutenant Governor Casey Cagle for governor over in Gainesville. And that's my picture, and I will never tell. I already have one text message to me that what were the two of us discussing there, I will never tell. okay? But it made my day to meet Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North, incoming president of the NRA. It made my day to get to meet him and to share a smile and something humorous. So I'll never tell, but that I got to do that Saturday, and I'm just so grateful. What a country, man! I mean, that's President Reagan's Marine. Remember when President Reagan's Marine? He said. Now, he endorsed Casey Cagle. The NRA has endorsed Casey Cagle. He did 3 stops, and I want to say that was one hell of a fish fry. I just got to put it out there. I mean, it was a damn good fish fry over there in Gainesville. So I had a big fish fry over there, and the place was packed. Got to meet Lieutenant Colonel there. And catfish. Where the hell are we at? It was a catfish fish fry. Come on, Amanda. Really? Okay, so anyhow, he's there in Gainesville. He made 3 stops to personally endorse from the NRA incoming president, Casey Cagle, Saturday down in Savannah. Kennesaw at the gun club there, and then wrapped it up at 5 o'clock over in Gainesville in Casey Cagle's hometown. It was packed. It was a pretty good turnout for the lieutenant governor in the last leg of the campaign. But what I do want to say is, regardless, now we're going to get into last night's debate, and I'm going to ask you a question here. First of all, this is my comment to Lieutenant Governor Casey Cagle. You got 1 more week. Shut up about Clay Tippins, okay? Quit. I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me, because God knows if you are to become governor, then I'll be in trouble. I can only put it one way. Shut up. Quit crying about Clay Tippins in the recording, okay? The recording's done. It's over with. You didn't handle it very well. You didn't respond to it very well. And you need to go back to your campaign team and look at the way you responded to the video, and quit looking at Brian Kemp and saying, hey, you colluded with, what the hell, the Russians? You colluded with Tippins. You're corrupt. You're the one on the tape, sir. Stop crying about it. Get past it. Move on, okay? Now, that being said, this is my question, we'll cover it a little later. I understand I got to get going that the president's in Helsinki with Vladimir Putin, and do I realize the world could end within the next hour, according to CNN, MSNBC, Andrea Mitchell. I understand all that, so relax. Let's stay on this just a minute. The world won't end. Well, for some of them, it's already ended. Donald Trump's president. So, that being said, I want to know, because we're going to talk about it later, what does the secret recording that Clay Tippins made of Casey Cagle have to do with, ready, the Russian hacking of the DNC server or Hillary Clinton and John Podesta's emails? What do they have in common? What do those 2 things have in common? I'm going to tell you later in the show. So anyhow, put just a picture of Oliver North. Do I have one of him endorsing Lieutenant Governor Cagle? And then just put one of him. Just go ahead with the 2 while I tell this. So Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North gets up there to endorse Casey Cagle Saturday. And I really enjoyed something. And what I'm getting at is, regardless of who the candidate is, Kemp or Cagle, the NRA will endorse the nominee. They will. But that's what he was there to do Saturday, and he did a great job. But I thought it was interesting. Amanda, you have we have a studio full of young men this morning. We'll just put it like that. So I want you to listen to this close. And it is in the video if you want to go listen to it. But Oliver North, I think, has 14 or 17 grandchildren. I think it's 14 or 17 grandchildren, right? And he said, you know, every year for their birthday, the present always comes from him and his wife, okay? It says, you know, grandma, grandpa, whatever, that's where the present. But only 1 year does he get to give the present. He gives the present, okay? And we have this in a video, and I really love this because going off of what Parkland, okay, going off of what Parkland happened at Parkland, that tragedy, but what sparked, you know, everybody wanting to go to 21 years old. And Oliver North said his grandchildren get a present directly from him at 14 years old. They get a box, and in the box is 3 things. All right, and we'll go over it later, but I want to tell you, get a box, 3 things. And at 14 years old, when you open a box, there's a Bible, a compass, and a 22 gauge shotgun. 3 things. And he tells them that if you learn to use these 3 things, okay? So there's more detail in that, and then he shows them how to use the 3 things. He shows them how to use the Bible, the compass, and a 22 gauge shotgun at 14 years old. And that's when he went into, and we have states now that want to change the law to 21. So I was excited to meet him. I was excited about his comments. He endorsed Casey Cagle. That may be the best thing Casey's had since the runoff started, because things have not gone well for him. And I don't think personally he had a very good debate yesterday afternoon, but obviously the battle lines, if you like this candidate, you think the debate was great and he won, and if you like Brian Kemp, you think the debate was great and he won. But Oliver North, probably the best endorsement, and I'm not a big endorsement guy, that Casey Cagle could get. Now he's going to flip to trying to get the understanding governor deal. So let me get off of that, and we will get into, you want to stay tuned, because I'm going to tell you, we're going to break down governor's race all week, because we are in the last leg. Casey Cagle announced a new bus tour to end his campaign this week. I find it interesting that one little city is on that bus tour, and I wonder why it's on there, okay? They're going to tell me I'm reading too much into it, but I guess that's what I do in the course of a day. So we're going to stay on that, so don't leave. Now, let's do this really quick. How fast can we go? Now, Amanda, I'm going to give you some pictures, okay? And I'm going to see how fast we can do this. Not that you have to go through. Okay, see, the president's over in Helsinki, Finland, all right? But my question is, before we go to our first break and we break this down, who put Putin in the position he's in today, all right? Who put him there? Now, wait there. I'm going to pull up some names as we go, okay? Now, I watched Andrea Mitchell this morning explain how she kept saying Putin is a KGB spy master. I mean, if Andrea Mitchell at MSNBC could have said Putin is a KGB spy master anymore, why, he's a spy master, okay? So that's what you can, and he is prepared. Putin is prepared while our president played golf. Putin, a former KGB spy master. So the spy master is in with the world's leading negotiator. What a meeting, right? I mean, damn. Trump and the KGB spy master behind closed door, deciding the future of what we will believe is the free world. Really? Okay. So they're going crazy. Trump's going into a meeting with Vladimir Putin. One has a plan, and definitely not the president. Okay? One, it was like you were supposed to guess. Trump going into the meeting with Vladimir Putin. This is on I think it was with Mike Barticle, okay? Trump going into the meeting with Vladimir Putin. One has a plan, and it's definitely not the president, Donald Trump. Whoa. I mean, they can hate. Could it be possible they will indict Putin? Putin's in Trump's head. Georgia, Ukraine, Crimea. Coming off the least successful trip ever in Europe. Now, let me get a couple things ready here, Amanda. We'll see here now. Okay. Go Good morning, America. How are you? Oh, by the way, let's tell them how they can reach the show. I mean, oh, don't tell me I lost my little... Wait a minute. All right. You can get in touch with the show. We are going to focus. This is going to be Republican governor race. Do you realize the lowest turnout could be historical low? Republican runoff turnout will determine possibly who the next governor is. I, do not think Stacey Abrams will be elected governor regardless if Casey Cagle or Brian Kemp is on the ticket. But they are going to pour millions into her race, the Democrats, so there's a possibility out there, okay? We don't want to say, no, you do not say it can't happen, all right? Now, that being said, all right, that being said, you saw all the ways you can get in touch with the show. Text me. We are going to talk politics all week long on the governor's race. Will the hot zip code of Gainesville go cold and the new hot zip code be Athens? Why is it, are they trying to preserve the Gainesville network and switch it over to Athens? Well, what if Gainesville is no longer the hot zip code in town? There's a lot at stake. I'm having too much fun with this. Anyhow, let me pull up a couple pictures here, Amanda. First, let's go quickly. Do I keep saying that? Is that just me, or am I just saying that too much this morning? All right, let's see the picture. Show the audience the picture of Vladimir Putin arrives. So we got the one where he arrives. Show the American people Putin arrives, okay? And that's Andrea Mitchell. She's breaking it down, and she's with MSNBC, and they're awaiting Putin's arrival this morning, and they are all breaking this down. And Andrea Mitchell is saying, Putin is a KGB spy master. Okay, so that's one. Then put Vladimir Putin arrives. There's two of them. Just put the arrives number 2. Okay, there he is. He's getting ready. He's got his jacket off, getting ready to get into the motorcade, and then he's getting off the plane. Put Putin getting off the plane. All right, you got that one. There he is. He was getting off the plane there. And MSNBC talking about it all the way down. I think every step down, Andrea Mitchell called him a KGB spy master. And then we have, let's put Putin and Trump. Okay, here's President Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin this morning. They were talking a little bit about what the private meeting. So they let the reporters in. Your President of the United States and President Vladimir Putin, they let the reporters in the room just to make a brief comment about going into closed door. Closed door is not uncommon, okay? Trust me, it's not as uncommon. Trump and Vladimir Putin had almost an hour private meeting 6 or 7 months ago. Excuse me, they bumped into each other at one of those big to-dos, and they sat down privately, and the world did not go nuts. But now they're going nuts. It's all set up. It's the deep state media setting up a hype, creating something. They don't deliver news. They create the direction, the narrative, the focus that they want it to go in to lead you to believe something, period. End of discussion. That's how simple it is. So here they are right there. And President Trump did not say that he said, we're going to talk about China. We're going to talk about nuclear. Why, nuclear could wipe us all out. And we're going to talk about nuclear. We're going to talk about China. And we're going to talk about this, that, and the other thing. He did not say American elections. He did not say hacking. He did not say hand over the 12 Ruskies that we've indicted. He didn't say that. He said nuclear. Why would he put nuclear above the Ruskies and the hacking? He's going to bring it up, folks. But anyhow, so this is right before they go behind closed doors. Now, as we move along, let's go over. Give me a picture there. I think I have one. Let's see what it's called. Bill Clinton. You got one that starts with Bill Clinton and Vladimir? Put up Bill Clinton and Vladimir. Now, did Bill Clinton win in 1992? Reagan was 88, right? 82, 1980? When was 82? Or what, 80? Was it 1976? Yeah, 1980 to 88. Bush won, 88 to 92. Is this somewhere around 92? Huh. Okay. Now, Bill Clinton and Vladimir Putin were in Japan in the year 2000. Okay. And this is a picture where they were in Japan in the year 2000. Now, this goes way back, folks, way back. All right? Bill Clinton once told Tony Blair that Vladimir Putin had enormous potential. Former President Bill Clinton once praised Vladimir Putin's enormous potential in a phone call with then Prime Minister Tony Blair of Britain. According to the new transcripts of their phone conversation released by Clinton's presidential library, we're trying to resolve this bilateral issue with Russia and kind of get the Chechnya thing resolved. The Chechnya thing. Now, Trump has been heard calling it the Crimea thing. And he's been criticized. But here's the Chechnya thing is what the quote is from Bill Clinton. We're trying to resolve this bilateral issue with Russia and kind of get the Chechnya thing resolved. Well, Chechnya, let's see. Chechnya, Crimea, Georgia. Clinton told Blair on October 1993, referring to Russia's air campaign over Chechnya in August 1999, that escalated into the Second Chechen War. Putin has enormous potential, I think, Clinton continued. I think he's very smart and thoughtful. Oh, hell no, he didn't say that. Because Trump said, I think the guy, might be a little smart. I think he might be okay. I can maybe get along with him. But Clinton said he had potential. Do you realize on this day that Clinton said that this damn man had potential? He is, at that time when he's shaking hands, do you realize that damn man is a former KGB spy master? The damn guy's been a KGB spy master since he's 20 years old. I guess what I'm getting to is there's not a single way the media has proved we should trust them. There's not a way, has there been one good, credible media outlet, and I'm not talking about the small guys like me, we should be much larger, and we're getting there, okay? But have you seen can you email me a good ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, MSNBC, anybody's timeline of Putin that they went into a story? Usually when a president goes into a meeting or a summit, they want you to believe it's a summit. They're making a big to-do out of it, all right? Normally, one of the media outlets will do a little bit of a summary of the relationship of the individuals, what they're walking into. So let's see. Clinton told Blair on October 13th, 1999, referring to the air campaign over Chechnya in August that escalated into the Second Chechen War. Putin has enormous potential. I think Clinton continued. I think he's very smart and thoughtful. What? He's a former KGB spy master. He's already poisoned 20 or 30 before he met with you, Bill. I mean, he's been poisoning for years. I think he's very smart and thoughtful. I think we could do a lot of good with him. Well, hell, Let's see, 2000, and we're in 2008. Let's see, they did the whole Chechnyan thing. You know, the Chechnyan thing, as Bill called it. In 1999, he's talking about, okay? So let's say 2018, that's close to 19 years ago. Back down a year, Trump's been in there a little over a year, is 18 years ago. 18 years ago, Bill Clinton thought that this guy was very smart and thoughtful. But at that time, the CNN, the Clinton News Network, could find no wrong with Slick Willie, okay? No wrong whatsoever, all right? This guy's thoughtful. I think he has potential. Well, guess what, Andrea Mitchell? Let me let you know this morning, MSNBC, that this man is sitting with Bill Clinton at this time as a former KGB spy master. Okay? I just wanted to break that down because I'm telling you, you're not going to hear this, I don't think, anywhere else. One more. Let me do a couple more. Okay? That's Bill Clinton and Putin. Let's go with Bush and Putin. Throw me a Bush and Putin up there. That's about the time when Bush was looking into his eyes. How dreamy Putin's eyes were. George W. said he could see into his soul. I think this is the day the two soulmates, all the way back then, were, you know, getting along and hobnobbing through the wood there to Little Red Riding Hood's house. And Little Red Riding Hood's said, "Oh, what big teeth you have, you former FBI spy master, you." Okay, that's that one. I know, I get a little silly. Let's see if I got another one I want to roll out there. There's Putin. Let's go with Hillary and Putin. Okay, let's throw that one up. Okay. Hillary and Putin, all right. There's Hillary and Putin. Let's see what else I have here. I'm not looking at the screen. Do you have that one up yet? What happened to Hillary and Putin? Okay, do you have Obama and Putin? Who you got? Oh, yeah, there's Obama and Putin. All right, there he is. I wonder what they're saying there. Okay, give me the second Obama and Putin. Okay. I wonder what Obama's telling Vladimir there, the former KGB spy master. Okay. And then let's go with, do you have Hillary and Putin? All right. And Hillary and Putin. And then right after that, I want Obama and Medved. Obama and Medved. I can't see who you have. I got to put my glasses up. So Obama and Medved. That's one right there. And let me pull that up. Remember when Obama told, when he whispered, okay, there's Medved, there's Obama and Medved. That was about the time that the Russians were going to pretend like Putin's not in charge. Look, Putin's been getting a bad rap all the way back to the Clinton days, all the way with George W. Let's make it look like I'm not in charge just for a couple years so I can ride a saber-toothed tiger and shirtless and take pictures, all right? I'm going to do a photo shoot. You take the reins for a minute. Obama whispers message into Obama whispers message for Putin in 2012. After my election, I'll have more flexibility. Remember that? Remember that? After my election, I'll have more. He said, go back and tell Vladimir, after my election, I'll have more flexibility. How did we get here? And let's wrap up, go to break. Now, put the President of the United States back up and Vladimir Putin. Folks, is that Trump and Putin? I can't see. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. I can't keep putting the glasses on. Folks, that picture is July 16th, 2018. Of President Donald J. Trump and Vladimir Putin. The Russian hacking, okay, has been in the works for a good 16 years. Because 2 years ago, this man was not President of the United States. The Russian hacking, the Russian manipulating, the Russian involvement into our elections, into our cybersecurity areas. Let's go back to 2000 and let's just start with Bill and Vladimir. And when Bill said, you know, I think this is a pretty good fella, all right? I think he's from South Arkansas. He reminds me of my friend from South Arkansas, okay? I think what happened, I think Vladimir told Bill he was from a little town named Hope over there in Russia. And that just stuck with Bill. But anyhow, let's go back there to 2000. For 16 years, all the media has given Trump hell because his tweets keep saying, hey, all of this Russia stuff, Obama's president of the United States. It's the hand he's been dealt. You're going to hear that, the hand he's been dealt. But let me tell you the difference between him saying, hey, Obama did this, other presidents did this. He is actually on the world stage from one spot to another trying to solve this. By the way, he called the EU a possible foe. They're going nuts. All right, on the media's head spinning off. The EU, our greatest ally. I don't think so. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Better days Truck Month at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and we're giving you a payload of savings. Now save up to $13,000 off new Silverado Crew Cab LT. And with Days Payment Vacation, make no payments for 90 days. Or save up to $7,400 off new 2018 Chevy Equinox. It's Truck Month in the mountains. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper today. The North Georgia Mountains #1 volume Chevy dealer.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Better days ahead.
Yellow pollen means green cash at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. The spring savings event is on at Days, and the discounts are deep. Now save up to $11,000 off select new 2018 Chevy Silverados, or up to $6,000 off select new 2018 Equinox. Pick any Chevy you want and save a bunch during the spring savings event going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Folks, hi, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. Yes, Amanda says, are you ready to come back? So I should be ready when we go live. If you'd like to join the show, it is 706-889-9700. And chief at FetcherNews.com is our email address. At FetcherNews at FYNTV is our Twitter. Also follow us on Facebook and Instagram, FYNTV.com, Fetcher News. And don't forget Team FYN Sports, Team FYN Sports, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Now, if you have tuned in, a quick programming note, for 8:30, expecting to hear an interview with Brian Kemp, you will tomorrow. I overlooked, and I do have an eye appointment this afternoon. I know you've been reading some of my posts on social media saying, who is typing this? Donald Trump for you? I understand. I apologize. And then Amanda sent me a text telling me that she had scheduled Brian Kemp to be on the show tomorrow, Tuesday at 8:30. I did not put any glasses on. I overlooked that little Tuesday note, and I put on social media he would be here. So, He will be here tomorrow. But we're going to talk governor's race right now, so don't leave. Couple quick programming notes. Friday, we are at Sycamore Crossing. Sycamore Crossing, we have at 8:10. It's a new time, 8:10. Ask the Doc. We've moved it up about 10 minutes with Dr. William Whaley. Then we have our all-star political panel. Then we have our Pet of the Week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. And our new segment we're working on, we launched and introduced it to you last Friday, but our new segment is, I apologize for that, but our new segment is Senior Living, North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton from Cameron Hall. So that's a new segment we have, North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton, Cameron Hall, and we're working on that. And this Friday, we launch a new show, Friday at 11:30 live for 1 hour from 11:30 to 12:30, Trash and Treasures from the Union County Farmers Market. That's exciting. And Amanda's working on some stuff that we can't say anything yet. She's up to something. So let's go into the governor's race. First of all, how close will it be? This is a little bit, what do they call it, pontificating. This is a little bit of my opinion. This is a little bit of wonder what the results will be. This will be a close one. But let's start with one thing. Now, put up the picture of Hill, Kemp, and Tippins. Let's start there. Now, I want to apologize for you Michael Williams voters. My sincere apology. Not trying to overshadow or look at anything. But remember the night after the election, I told you right here, okay? See, Brian Kemp had to go get Hunter Hill's voters, and he had to go get Clay Tippins and Michael Williams, no disrespect, and Michael Williams, all right? But since the deportation bus, I haven't heard a lot from Senator Michael Williams. So anyhow, that being said, I told you that morning, Casey Cagle had 38% of the vote. The only thing, and I don't want to beat this, keep beating this drum, but the only thing Casey Cagle had to do the next morning was get up and get his 38% back to the poll. That's it. Period. Brian Kemp had to get up the next morning and figure out how to get his voters back, his voters energized, because Casey Cagle, no matter how hard you try in a runoff, no matter how hard you try, you can't get 38. You might get 36. You might get 35.2. You might be lucky to get 34, but you got to be within 4 points of getting them all back. Now, Brian Kemp needed something to energize his voters, his 25%. He needed something to make them feel there was really a chance. That gap between 25 and 38 was not insurmountable. He had to stir that base up. Then, this is the cocktail he had to prepare, Brian Kemp. Then he had to, once he could get his base stirred up, because he pretty much needs all 25% to come back, he needed to reach into the Tippins 14% box. And then he needed to reach into the Hunter Hill box with his 17%. And then he needed that 5 from Michael Williams. He had a task to overcome. And Cagle has done this from day one. And Kemp said it on the debate yesterday. The guy's $10 million, and he's spending millions of dollars, and his poll numbers went down. Now, before all the Cagle people, if you were a Cagle supporter this morning, don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Just shut the hell up about Clay Tippins. I'm serious. Shut the hell up. Don't get mad. We're on the same team, I promise. Come July 25th, right after Brian Kemp gets out of court, just joking, bada bing, bada boom, but we're all going to coalesce. Remember, we learned that word The media taught us coalesce while there was 16 Republican candidates. And trust me, after what Donald Trump went through with all of those candidates on the stage, pushing them off the edge, watching them fall, right? With all of that going on, remember, the Republicans were able to coalesce. So we're going to come together in Georgia. I don't see the divide between Casey Cagle and Brian Kemp or Republicans to be where we're not going to be able to come together and realize we have a common foe. Oh my God, not like the EU or anything. Stacey Abrams on the Democrat side. But that being said, you got to be quiet, Casey Cagle supporters, about Clay Tippins, because you spent millions of dollars and your poll numbers were going down. Now, early polls, I know they're meaningless, so I don't want to get in an argument because I love you guys. But the reality is you started out at this 44. Now, Casey Cagle hired a campaign staff. They did. That's up to him. I don't want to be ugly about the staff. There are some good people on the staff. But they said, this is my opinion, they said, let's manage this candidate. Number one, because Casey Cagle looks managed from day one. So let's manage this candidate, okay? And let's manage to make sure he doesn't say anything he shouldn't say, okay? And I say it, I mean, all due respect, I keep saying it because I like Casey Cagle, but let's make sure he doesn't really answer a question. And let's just get in a runoff. Because I was there on the day that the Cagle campaign, I was on the bus with the team when they were making stops, and I was there with the Cagle campaign on the day they were going around and saying mathematically they knew they had a runoff. So the first thought of the Cagle campaign when they came out with 44% was, we're going to win this outright. Then they announced, well, we're going to be in a runoff. Mathematically, we will not come out of this without a runoff. Okay? And then election night came, and they ended up with 38%. Poll numbers continued to slide. The expectations continued to slide well before Clay Tippins' audio. You guys see, this is a candidate that was sliding well before. So if you are a Casey Cagle, all right, and if you are a Casey Cagle, all right, supporter, and you're upset and you hate Clay Tippins, I guess I understand your anger, but relax. Quit blaming Clay Tippins. Now, here's the other thing you're not going to like. Here's the other thing on the that I feel you'll be frustrated with me out there because it's going to be true. Donald Trump had a grabber in the. Sometimes you just have to grab them in the. Right? That's all I can say. Remember the Access Hollywood tape? All right? Now, stay with me because I don't want to say I want to teach you something because that would be ugly, and I promise. Sometimes I just get rolling and I don't have the words. It's about politics, baby. And when you head into a campaign, now listen to me very close because some of you young people, which I love going to the campaign rallies and meeting a lot of you young guys and young ladies out there that are enthusiastic about your candidates. I love it. And I want you to maintain that, okay? But the older you get and you want to get into politics and you want to work in campaigns, learn, okay? Learn. And today we're going to say, here's lesson 101. Hire a campaign staff that knows on the chalkboard the possibilities of anything happening could happen at any given time, and you have to have a clear reaction team, okay? Reaction team. And that being said, be ready, okay? Bannon, whether you like Bannon or not, remember the meeting? Remember the meeting? Access Hollywood tape? Coming off the bus, Trump said something with Billy Bush like, bada bing, bada boom, grab him and run. I don't know, just saying, all right? So they had the meeting, and they went around the room, and, Reince Priebus, I think it's over. I don't see us recovering. Yeah, and Chris Christie said, what time's the plane leave? 3:30? I thought you said 3:30. Oh, you meant 2:30. I intended to be there. You remember, you're on the plane or you're not. And they went around the room. Remember that? And everybody in the room kindly felt that was it. It was over. But they formulated a strategy and said, we're going to get on the plane and we're going this way. Okay? Casey Cagle's campaign blew his response. Now, I'm not going to give you the response that the campaign should have had until July 25th. And I'm not being arrogant. I'm not, I promise. But I will give you on July 25th, regardless of the outcome, the response Casey Cagle's team should have had to the Clay Tippins tape. But, okay, Clay Tippins released a tape. Casey Cagle has said for God knows how long, since day one, well, he secretly recorded me. I will tell you this much. On day damn one, okay, Casey Cagle said he betrayed a trust and secretly recorded me. You know what? I can't wait till the 26th, but I'll leave it like this. Casey Cagle should have looked at every reporter immediately and said, are you sure that's me? And just walked off. Are you sure that's me? And walked off. Doubt. If you'd have left doubt. Casey Cagle, Brian Kemp called you a damn liar so many times yesterday. Social media's blowed up and says, I can't believe a word Casey Cagle said because he left doubt. You paid millions and millions of dollars because I know a dumbass like me in a little town up here in LJ, well, I don't know what I'm doing. You got all those smart guys around you, all right? I understand. I mean, you got the best and brightest, while you guys have think tanks that you run things through. And every statement that Casey Cagle has made since he became candidate, you guys run it through the think tank. See what people think, how it may play. When the tape came out about that Clay Tippins did of Casey Cagle, okay? When it came out, instead of Casey Cagle saying, instead of a Democrat response, couldn't you learn any damn thing? Let me tell you this. Let me put this up here, okay? I understand. I love the candidates. See, here's the thing. I don't know how this is coming across. If the campaign starts and, I don't run campaigns, but I'm running the Cagle campaign, damn, I could have had him looking like the most conservative guy that ever lived in Georgia. But not this team that he put together. He looks handled. He looks elitist. He looks like he doesn't answer questions, sounds like it. Okay? He looks like his staff says everything you do, just get through. Every response we have to make, we'll float it through the think tanks. Brian Kemp, on the other hand, I'll explain in a minute. Now let me tell you what they have in common. Put up Hillary and Putin. I'm going to take a break, and we're going to keep the governor, okay? But this is my question. What does Hillary Clinton, Russian hacking like a cough, what does DNC Hillary email Russian hacking, Vladimir Putin, have in common? What do they have in common with Clay Tippins and Casey Cagle? Because sadly enough, Casey Cagle's campaign team used the same answer strategy as Hillary Clinton's. But I'm going to tell you the comparison when we get back from these messages.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com.